just as soon as you enter the cave, you're gonna run into Cheren there, and a bunch of Team Plasma dudes. Oh, snap. Better yet, we'll just take them. They want to take your Pokemon. Are you gonna stand for that? Yeah, didn't think so. So, you're gonna take on the first Team Plasma Grunt here, and he has a Patrat. Your buddy Cheren is taking on the other one. So, yeah. Let's take this thing out. You should be experienced with dealing with, you know, Patrats. They're not really anything spectacular. One hit should do it. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Come on now! I don't want to lose to a little kid. Or whatever. Yeah. Okay, return that. You don't need to return it! What? Oh, no! There's more! How troublesome. You get in our way to boot. There's two of you and two of us. We'll show you our combined power. Why are Pokemon robbers acting so self-righteous? Yeah, let's show them how it's done. So we're gonna team up with Cheren here and take on these two Team Plasma Grunts in a double battle, actually. But unlike the double battle you fought against the twins, this double battle pits you and Cheren. And look, I love how they throw at exactly the same moment. Exactly the same moment. Like, okay, I don't know, that bothered me even when I first played through the game. It's like, okay, this just looks kind of cheesy, but whatever. Point is, he's using his starter Pokemon at level 14, and it'll kind of help out. But sometimes it'll be hitting Patrat that uses Bide. Because, again, these things, yeah, see, it can use Bide, so on the first turn, if the Patrats are using Bide, it hits kind of low, and then it's like, no, don't hit that one! It's just gonna hit you, but hopefully it'll just absorb some damage for you or something. Let's see. We'll take their Pokemon. Whatever, it's a waste of time. Come on, can you justify that? Making them suffer? We're not making Pokemon suffer. I don't get that at all. I'll give you back the Pokemon. But be aware of how this Pokemon suffers. Someday, open your eyes to your own complicity. Say what? Okay, I'll return the Pokemon. Yeah, so Cheren's gonna go return that Pokemon, leaving you free to explore the cave. So as you walk through, there is an item over here. That's about it, though. Oh, and whenever you see swirling dust like that, it's a dust cloud. And you can find either items in there, like the rock gem, or you can find wild Drillbur, I'm sorry. And right over there, you can find TM46, which is Thief. It's a dark type attack. Physical based, 40 power, kind of weak, but it does steal a held item on wild Pokemon or trained Pokemon. Not a lot of trained Pokemon have them, but you can use that to steal some items throughout the game. But right now it makes for a good dark type attack should you need one to take out like Woobats or something. And this Woobat right here is woo-woo-in, and it's a psychic flying type, but it's not really that good throughout the game. It's more of a novelty. I don't recommend picking one up for your team, but you might want to catch one anyway, just because. You know, why not, right? It does start off kind of nice, though, with Gust and, I think Psybeam, or Confusion. Yeah, it has Confusion, I think. But it doesn't really get that good later on, in my opinion, at least. It just doesn't have the stats. It does evolve into Swoobat later, but you have to have it really happy with you in order for that to happen. The other Pokemon in the cave here is Roggenrola, and Roggenrola is just a rock type, so it's weak to water type attacks and grass type attacks for that matter. But the annoying thing slash cool thing about it is it has Sturdy. Sturdy, which is an ability, it's been upgraded in Black and White. Now it also serves as a Focus Sash type item, which means if Roggenrola's hit points are full and you would knock it out in one hit with an attack, it'll hang on with one hit point. But that's only while its hit points are full that does it actually withstand that big attack, like you saw there. So they're really easy to catch, but they're really annoying to train against if you want to knock them out. And again, I didn't catch a Drillbur there. I tried and tried. You can go in there with a Repel, so you can hopefully use that so you'll see more of the dust clouds, because you'll only find it in the dust clouds. It's a great Pokemon to catch if you want. Okay, so going back to onto Route 3, you'll see Bianca and that girl you helped, and she'll give you some heal balls, which are pretty much the worst Pokemon, or the worst Pokeball in the game. It just heals your Pokemon, and that only works if you have, like, a spot on your team or something. But, oh well. They look pretty. If you like catching Pokemon in pink Pokeballs. So, this school kid right here, Al, I think that was his name, he has a Blitzel, level 13. That's the new electric zebra type. I don't think we saw that when we were going through the other place. I don't know. But point is, it's one of the new electric types on the route. You can totally get it if you want. You can actually get it on Northern Route 3. But you can get it down here too. And he has one. Watch out if you're using a D-Watt or Oshawott, because it will hit you pretty hard. Yeah, here's a Blitzel. Alright, I'm gonna try to catch this thing. Add it to my team. Guess I didn't catch one earlier. Whoops. Well, that didn't go so well. Oh well, I'll try use something a little weaker next time. Gee, what's the matter with me? Okay, so here's an antidote, which you're probably getting sick of seeing, but you never know. They always come in handy. And then there's Cheren. Devin, stop! That dark, tall grass over there, every now and then 2 Pokemon will pop out at the same time. So he's warning you about that, and then heading on over to Nacrene City. Now this is what I like to call the thick grass. It has stronger Pokemon in it, and you can also run into 2 Pokemon at once in a double battle fashion. You can also sometimes only find certain Pokemon in the thick grass, but generally it's just higher levels that you're finding in there. And the probability of a double battle, which can be kind of fun, but also kind of annoying too. So, gonna take on this school kid right here, and she's using a Woobat! Woobat! A little heart bat thing fluttering around with its cheesy smile and its heart cyclopic eye. How can you say no to Woobat? That is the question. Well, I just said no with the Razor Shell, but you can say no however you want. And, my Pidove leveled up to level 11 and learned Quick Attack. That's a good attack for your Pidove to learn. Just wild Pokemon, another wild Pokemon. I think I bought one, ran from the other. Wasn't exciting, don't worry, you didn't miss anything. And there's a Great Ball over there. So, pick that up if you want. A Great Ball. It's best to use what you've learned in order to master it. Oh yeah? Well, okay. Maybe I'll do that. School kid Gina here, she has a Trat, level 12, on her team. It can be disposed of relatively easily. I'm gonna try use that. Well, okay, I'm not gonna get too ambitious. I'm just gonna get the job done. Okay, but I do want Hope to get some experience. Yeah, see, I figured it'd use Detect. That darn Patrat. I'll just finish it with Razor Shell. Alright, level 12 already. Now again, you know, I just want to remind you, Pidove is not really that good of a Pokemon throughout the game. I'm just using it just for something kind of fun. Sometimes it's nice to play through the game with other Pokemon. My goal is to play through the game with Pokemon I've not used in any other playthrough before, because I've played through Black and White a few times, if you know what I mean. And Pidove is not one of those Pokemon I've used. So I'm just kind of seeing how it does. Right now it's doing okay. Now that it has Quick Attack, I think I can do some damage. Really? Come on, don't do it. Don't, no. Stop. Oh, 5 times, right? Right? Every single time, I tell you. Every single time. Oh yeah, now I get the critical hit. Lovely. Oh well, I got a lot of experience. There's a Eureka here for me. Eureka. I'm mastering the lesson in 3 dimensions by experiencing it like this. Or are you playing it with the Nintendo 3DS, huh? I don't know. Actually, you don't have any 3D effect in the 3DS, sadly. Oh well. I was just thinking about a new battle strategy. Yeah? Really? Were you? Why don't you tell me about it? Why don't you let me show you how poor it performs? What is your strategy? Is it to use a Pidove against me? Against my Pidove? Oh, snap. Okay, my Pidove is not doing so good. About that, let me switch over to Marriland here, and I will use my a critical hit. My goodness, everything has been so critical hit happy. Why don't I ever get the critical hits, huh? Huh? Why not? Anyway, took that out with my duo, and Hope leveled up. Oh great, it's a rock and roller. Rock and roller. Such a serious name. Rock and roller, serious, yo. Did it rock and roller? Yeah. Okay, so pretty much you're gonna have to count on it taking 2 hits to knock out a rock and roller. A rock and roller. Rock and roller. Unless you are using like double kick or arm thrust or something that hits multiple times. A new battle strategy only works if you stick with it. Yeah, well, what was your strategy, huh? Okay, so he tells you about swaying tall grass. You might find a cool Pokemon in there. Now that's right, one really cool thing. Walk around or run around the tall grass here until you see a patch shake. If you see it shake, walk in there and you'll probably fight an Audino. And they give you a ton of experience when you knock them out. You can always train against them to train really, really fast. Unfortunately, for whatever reason, I didn't find one over there, but that is generally what you do. You can fight Audino there, and it's great. It's great for training, best in the game. Okay, so I like to play at home, and the thing nobody knows, that's what I like to know. I like to know everything no one knows. Absolutely. So we are going to take on, well actually we're going to explore Nacrene City in the next episode of Pokemon White.